So this video is going to go a little more in detail about the Arcane Tremors, which has been so far one of the best ways to level up that I've found that isn't just spamming the same dungeon over and over. Since I'm only in World Tier 2, I don't plan on doing the vaults until I get to World Tier 4. I'm not even World Tier 3, because I don't want to be spending all my Pearls of Wardings on these different vaults on equipment that I'm just going to replace anyway. So for now, the best method I've found so far is just to do these Arcane Tremors. And really what you want to do is you want to do the Arcane Tremors in the areas where there are the Whispers. Completing the Whispers of the Dead, getting that Grim Favor cache is still going to give you a lot of experience, and it's a really good way to help expedite getting to that World Tier 3, World Tier 4. So this Whisper is about to expire, and then it's going to reset, and we are going to go to that new area wherever it is and meet up with a bunch of other people. Another thing we want to do is go to your options. We'll click on connect, and we want to make sure that we have the cross-play enabled. If it's not enabled, you have to go back to your character select screen, enable it, apply, save changes. This will make it so there's going to be a lot of people in these Arcane Tremor areas. It just reset for us, so now we're going to be in the Skazgalen area. So we're going to go to Under the Fat Goose Inn, and then we're going to start going towards the Herald of Malthus and Skazgalen. And once we get closer here, there's going to be a bunch of different areas that we can fight with the Arcane Tremors. So as you can see, once we actually get to the area, the game loads in where all these different obelisks are, which is where we can get the elemental cores that we need to use in the brazier. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go obelisk to obelisk. So we need to activate these little obelisks. You just got to click on them. It closes up, and it's going to drop you an elemental core that you just saw right there. And then if you want to kill these enemies, if you want to clean it up a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to open up the map. We're going to set a marker, and we're going to go right to the next obelisk. We move on to the next obelisk. This one's a little different. It shoots annoying fireballs at you, and you just have to dodge them or dash in just long enough so you can close it, and you can pick up your elemental core. So then once you have at least 3 of these elemental cores, you can open up your map, and we're going to go to the where the brazier logo is. This will allow us to summon a herald. Once you get to one of the braziers, you'll need a certain amount of materials, typically 3 of the elemental cores and 50 of the shattered stone. This will summon a Herald of Malthus as well as a bunch of different enemies to fight. But once you do kill the Herald, he'll drop a Pearl of Warding, and then most of the time, if not every time, it'll be either a Tuning Stone or a Governing Stone, whether you already have it so you can upgrade it, or a brand new one that you can add to your inventory. You can also try to get the Governing or Tuning Stones from the Jeweler, but the amount of Shattered Stones is almost 6 times as much than just going to one of the braziers in the Arcane Tremors and fighting the enemies that way. So unless you have like millions, hundreds of thousands of Shattered Stones, then it's not really worth spending the amount of materials from the Jeweler. It's better to just go out into the field and kill a bunch of enemies, kill a bunch of heralds. Also spread out through the Arcane Tremor areas are these conduits. They can either be fire or ice or lightning. And they're kind of like the red-headed stepchild of the vampiric siphons from the previous season, where you'll click on the conduit or damage it a little bit, and it'll create this circle that you need to stay in. Enemies will keep spawning in, and eventually it'll blow up and spawn 3 or 4 larger constructs that you get to fight. But the loot from these constructs aren't really anything special. They'll drop the shattered stones, which is like your basic material drop from a construct, but they're not giving you the pearls of warding or the elemental core, the 2 rarer materials that you want for this season. They're just tougher fights for the most basic shattered stone material. I'm not sure if that's intentional or what the point of the conduits are, because it's just not worth the time investment for how you have to stay in this circle of death and then all you get are just these basic shattered stones. I don't know, maybe they'll change that. Maybe that's how it's intended. It's kind of just like a noob trap. It's not really worth the time to go through that event. Once I get into World Tier 4, I'll be releasing more videos if there's an even faster way to level up. if it's just running nightmare dungeons, or if it's running the vaults, if it's just stacking a bunch of pearls so that you can just teleport dash to the finish line and just take all the damage, but it doesn't matter because you're stacking pearls of warding. As soon as I get to world tier 4 and can test this stuff out, then I will let you all know. That's all there is for this video. Just enable crossplay, go to the Arcane Tremor areas where there's whispers, current active whispers that you can level up faster, meet up with a bunch of people, keep rotating, doing the braziers, and level up, get to world tier 3 and 4. That's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.